Hello everyone, and welcome to another stream. I think we're live. I think I did something different in my OBS this time. It's saying different things. I don't know. Whatever. I think we're live. If not, then I hope it's recorded. So yesterday wasn't the best stream. I worked on the teleportation system and to try and figure out how we could end up on the other side of a door. Make it feel we're on the other side of a door. Let me show you in VR how it's working right now, and then I'll explain how I fix stuff in code. Let's go right here. So, if all is well, you guys should see VR now. This is not the right place. I need to refresh. And go into the level. So, we're back into the level. We're standing here. I'm going to remove the red and the bed for now, today. And we're going to leave this room as it is. All the rooms will stay empty for a second. Now, what I did, I think yesterday, is making sure the lights, we have maximum of 4 lights, are just placed around the room. And they can be placed at different positions. Now when we click a door, we go to the next room. And we end up with our back to a door. There's a door there. And we can move to the next room. Now every room is exactly the same at this point. So we go there. Now there's no way we can go in that direction, but there's a door there. Now this is a pretty small room. We can rotate, so we are with our backs to the door. And we can go to the next room. Now we're here. We can go to that door. Now I think there's an issue if I go too fast. No. Oh yeah, I can do it. I wonder if we get to a point where we have a split. So most of the time, we just move forward or go to left or right. It's the easy way. But there will be a moment, or we will be at the end, but it will be weird if we just reach the end. There will be a moment where we have a split in the room. Oh, I cannot see if there's a door there, but... Can I reach that door? Yeah. I haven't traveled this far actually into the game. But I think it's working. We're just traversing through the level. There's no door there. So what I want to do today is add a couple of more different rooms. We name them. I hope that we will be at a split soon. There should be, technically. So in the real game, you will have to fight. Oh yeah. Now we need to make a choice. See, we can go either left or right. Now I made a choice. And it could be a dead end. But I don't know. If and when we reach a dead end. But this, right now, this is the hell. Oh, this is, oh no, here's the door. So right now, this is the whole game. We just, oh, we have another split. Okay, so now we go back. You can see the map. You can travel all the way around. I think we did this whole thing. Now we went that way probably, and we're now in this room. We have the split, or this room, we have the split. But yeah, we need to figure out a way to travel all the way. Now we can have a split and then another split, just all the way to the furthest room we can get. It's about 50 rooms away. Hello, NSTCG. Welcome. Oh, this scene. Yeah, we're making a dungeon crawler game. It's one game type that's on my list for a very long time. And I did a couple of attempts to create something that is kind of a dungeon crawler. But I failed at every attempt. And this will be my current ongoing project. I have a lot of them. And maybe it ends up in the pile of unfinished projects. But if it does, I can always reuse the dungeon generator for something else. Although this is just a I was going to say simple maze generator, but this is just a maze generator. I was working on a wave function collapse dungeon generator, but that didn't work for this type of dungeon. Now I also made it so that I can walk around just in the browser. This is going to be removed. You won't be able to play the game in the browser. It won't be fun, but for debugging it's better to walk around. Now I cannot select a door, but I've set up the 1, 2, 3 and 4 keys to be able to go somewhere. So if you need to go to the east, I can just press 3 and now we go to the east. So that way I can debug locally. See, if we go another room, we can only go south, and that way we can just traverse. Now there was no check if I would go. Oh, I'm not sure what I did. I didn't press a button. That's odd. Can I select doors then? No, I can't. But I can go any way I want. I can go to places. Oh, now I went up. I went outside of the maze. Then we get an error. But the maze is random. So every time we refresh, we get a new maze. In the end, the maze will be stored on your Quest probably, or your browser cache or whatever. So once you start playing the game, you will play the same maze until you reach the end. Everything is built upon my own random number generator, which technically I could provide a seed and then it should be the same every time. I tested it, but it didn't work. So there might be an issue there, but for now it doesn't really matter. I want to have the randomness figured out first. Now everything is going to change eventually. And I'm going to remove the red and the bed. This was just for testing if I might get away with just a 16 by 16 pixel art enemy. And I think it's okay. I think everything will be the flat pixel art look. Some things will be billboarding, so they will be turning towards the camera. Other things will just be flat. I got these from an asset pack. Basically every texture is coming from an asset pack. So if we go to Wonderland, we should have the red here right now. It's not visible. Oh, there it is. It is just a plane, technically, with a red PNG. And if I would open the red PNG, let's go here. It's in static. It's just 2 sprites, and the bed is 2 sprites as well. And that's the animation. But this is a start. And this way we will have some animations at first. I also added the a sword and a shield yesterday, but I don't like them. I think I'm going to add a pixel art 16 by 16 shield. Probably just as a plane. Maybe I'll bend the plane a bit. So it will be a 9 by 9 mesh with the middle moved. So the edges will be bent a little bit. Maybe something like that. And that will be your shield with an image on the outside and an image on the inside. Although that will be something new. I haven't done that before. A different image on the inside and on the outside. Anyway, what I want to do today is just work a little bit on different templates. Start on different templates. So the rooms themselves, this is your entrance room. It is boring. It is just a room. Now there will be a campfire everywhere there where there's a sea. There is a possibility of a campfire. There's only one campfire in the room. But that will signal that it's your starter room. And then there are 4 exits. Now, technically, we can only have east and south in this room at the moment because it's always the top left corner. And this is a normal type room. At the moment, we have 2 other types of rooms. A treasure room and a end room. An exit room. That will be the end. If you look at the map here, that's the red room is the end. That's the furthest room in the game. And every 10 rooms, you have one of these yellow rooms that will be a treasure room. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is a treasure room. And if we then continue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's another treasure room. So every 10 room is a treasure room. Now, as you can see here, there are 2 treasure rooms close to each other. That's because if we count from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 10 and this is 10. So every distance of 10 rooms from the start is a treasure room. No matter which direction. So they can be together. It doesn't mean you're going in the right direction. I'm thinking of making something special at the end rooms as well. Or the dead end rooms. That way the game will be... there will be a reward in going in the wrong direction. Now, I do have a game design document. Let me see. Let me open up Ghost Rider. Not sure if it's going to open the right document. No, it's not. Let me get the right one. This is the right one. So I have a big game design type document. And here we have rooms. The whole section on rooms. We have special rooms and common rooms. Now the common rooms are just the normal rooms that happen all the time. And right now we have one that's not even in here. Because it's just a random room. So I think I'm going to just create a couple of these without the details, because that's not possible yet. I'm thinking of adding teams or something to make rooms use a specific set of tiles. So when we have well, it's basically for the special room. If we have a crystal cavern, it will be using a different wall type, a different floor type, maybe a different light color, those kind of things for a specific room. Maybe the common rooms will all be the same thing. And maybe we'll be adding some things as well. But right now, I cannot even select a random room. So that's what I'm going to add first. Make sure we can select a random room with a specific type. This is what I want to do first. Now we only have one, so we're just going to create a new room type, a room template here. Also, the ceiling height is not random at the moment, and it's not being rotated. These are different things I want to add. The ceiling can be 3 or 4 blocks high, maybe even higher. And I want to be able to rotate this. I'm not sure how yet. But it means there will be, for this specific type of room, there will be 4 different variations. I think maybe I shouldn't do that, and I should just make like a million different types. I think Binding of Isaac just uses a similar way of constructing a maze type dungeon like this, but it has a million different types of rooms, I believe. But let's just create a room that's completely different than this one. We do need to have a... Well, let's remove everything. We do need to have all of these. This is the basics we need. We need to have a north entrance, a west, an east, and a south entrance. Although it doesn't have to be on the top row. So maybe we can add something. Oh. Now this design of dungeons is based on how old games like Rogue itself and games like Wolfenstein 3D, they use all kinds of levels like this. It's actually pretty cool if you look at the way Wolfenstein creates levels. It's amazing. So X will be an enemy. So this might be a nice spot to add an enemy. So that's 3. That's another 3 and 4, and then we have a wall, maybe. So now the north is right here. Maybe the east can be just right there. Now we don't have to fill these corners, but maybe we just should to make sure. And make everything the same length. Now these won't be rendered. And all blocks will just be cloned into a room, basically. So we do have an east now. So we can do this. We do this. Crazy that... well, let's do this for now. It's kind of a weird room. And we need some lights. So what if we just add a light right here and a light right here? So this is definitely a different room than the other one. Okay. So let's see if we can create something where we... you know what? Let's add the west entry a bit lower. Something like this. We need to figure out a way to select one of them. So we go to the room renderer. Here it finds a type of room. Now this is not going to work. We need to first select possible templates. It's a const possible templates is. Now we're not going to do a find. We do a filter of the room type. So this will be an array of all room types of our type. And I think we can do RNG. Right? And then we say get item gets an item from an array. Randomly. And then we do possible template. So, what's happening here? If the room has a template, so we have a template property in the room. So if the room has a template, then we use that. That means that if we come back to a room we've already visited, we have a template. Now the room, I think I'm going to do it in such a way that we store the seed. So things that are placed in a room, we know what seed we used. And objects that will be placed in the room that we can interact with, like a chest, like ores, like enemies. They will be stored in the room as well. And if we kill an enemy, we'll store that we have killed that enemy. So that's only when we instantiate a new room, then we figure out all those things based on a specific seed. And then when we get back, we know what seed we had, because we might do random things we cannot interact with. Like, I don't know, the ceiling height, or... No, that's in the room template, probably. Maybe something like... well, maybe static objects. I don't know. I think I have a list here. Maybe the place of the campfire. Okay, now let's see if we can get random rooms. So we have either this one or this one. If this works, we will have a short stream. No, we will do something else. Okay, we have a room. This is start room. That's correct. Well, let's just go in a direction and see what happens. Okay. This is our new room. Now we went south, so this is correct. Oh wait, the door is not here. Oh, that's possible. I think I went south, but there is no south door. We're in the right spot right here, because I don't check if there's a door. If there's a possibility for a door, we go here. But it's correct. If you go south again, now we have the other room. If you go south again, we have either one of them. Now if we go back the other direction, we have this room. We should have the new room now. Yes, so it's stored. And if we go again, we are in the start room. There we go. Well, that was easy. Let's just add a couple more variations, I guess, of rooms. I wonder. Let's try something crazy. This is my good AI assistant, Rosie. Would Rosie be able to generate patterns? Can you generate 5 more patterns in string arrays in JSON format? Make sure to only let's tell it that these are dungeons. For dungeons in string arrays in JSON format, make sure to only use that for walls. Period for the floor. % for a light source. max 4. And every room needs to have a north, east, south, and west exit in the appropriate direction. I don't know how you direction. I don't know how you spell appropriate, and direction is supposed to be, but it doesn't matter. Is this correct? Yeah, there aren't any more options. Oh, and X for an enemy max 2. And every room needs... Okay. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks. Now, I've been trying crazy things with Rosie. The other day I had her write guitar tabs. Those are text. It's amazing. It worked like a charm. Chord progressions in guitar tabs. Like crazy. Type normal 1. This is name normal. Oh, wait, it's the name. Okay, normal 1. Room types normal. It's a bit odd. Can be rotated through, but this is a different room. We have north, east, south, and west. It's a bit weird, but we can try it. There's a wall missing here, but we can fix that. This is a crazy room that we cannot work with. And we go off the deep end. Rosie, what are you doing? Okay, the first room is kind of working. What? Okay. These are a bit off. They need to stay valid. Jason arrays. David, welcome. Yes, this is arrays. Yes, we do Rosie. I am doing ADD. This is AI driven development. I think we can try and just use this one. It's a different room a bit. Kinda. Now, the trick with AI, ChatGPT in general, is just use it as inspiration. Because it's wrong so many times. But if you would just use ChatGPT as a draft, I mean, this won't work either. That doesn't make any sense. Now, I think this one is too similar to the first one, to be really honest. There's a wall missing here. We have some weird things going on around there. The S is in the same place, so it's not really working. Now we get... Oh, my apologies, yes. Okay, now... No, this is not JSON format. This is wrong again. No, they're useless. Sorry. No AR for the level design. They're useless. I think if I crafted a prompt more carefully, I might be able to do it, but it's too much work now. I've done some crazy prompts with setting... I've been using ChatGPT, don't tell anyone, to create blog posts. Help me create blog posts. Just as a first draft. So where I spend a lot of time in writing posts is going from an outline, I know what I want to write, I have written everything down, to the first draft of text. That step is that simple with AI. That first step to go to a draft version of your blog post. Let's do something like this. And if you have the draft version, you can just tweak and fine-tune and just make it better. Yeah, me too. I've got Rosie running 24/7 now. So not only this, I have the skills. So this is running semantic kernel in the background in Azure. And I can just do different things and just trying out things. This one is funny. You can give an URL of an image. Someone was posting images where there was a regex. So I'm using Azure Vision to extract the text, the regex, from an image and then describe the regex using ChatGPT. Pretty cool. I can just pass the URL as a summary. I think they're not in here. I can do it with YouTube videos as well. If there's a YouTube video, I can just create a summary of that YouTube video. I don't have to watch it. It's way faster. And then I can just get the relevant information out of that. Yeah, and this one is just crazy. So if we want to do a blog post about strawberry lemonade, I don't know. Now, the more information you give this, the better the post will be. And I have fun, which is my normal writing style. I've trained a prompt, a skill, on my normal writing style, and have a formal as well. And I can do hacker as well. Then it will do lead speak and those kind of things. But this is actually using a couple of different skills after each other, and I may go into the planner as well. The planner will extract information from your request, from your prompt, and then decide what different skills it will need for that thing. Now, I've got a quadrant database running with information on WebXR. I can use that. I used ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, and ChatGPT 4 32K. Now this is using the 32K version just because I want to be able to generate a lot of text. If I give it a lot, I want to get back a lot. That's why it's taking a minute or 2 minutes to give me a result. Now here's the thing. As you can see, it's using Hello Coders as a start. It's probably adding the... you cannot see it now, it's behind the screen, but it ends with happy coding. I've decided that all my posts should be there. Now, this is so much fun. If we go to new, we paste in here. It's Markdown. I trained it to be Markdown. So now we have a blog post. A nice blog post. Readable blog post about strawberry lemonade. Now, let me show you something cool. Let's do 0GPT. 0GPT is to check if text is generated by an AI. Now, I've seen some bad results with this as well. Bad results at it not working. Okay. It's likely written by a human. I've done nothing. No, this is just prompting. If your prompts are really, really specific, I wrote a blog post about pretty much the prompts I'm using for the start of the blog post. So, I always check my blog posts through this. Even if I write them by hand, completely by hand, sometimes you get these things. I'm not a native English speaker, so my sentences might be weird sometimes, which might trigger a ChatGPT result. But I think it's written by a human. In this case, I give it only, well, pretty much nothing. And it's a nice blog post. Step 1, prepare those strawberries. Now I might change, I might go in, do wording, add screenshots, or now in case of blog posts, I give it a lot of information and then it's creating stuff around it. I think I'm going to do some more. Well, I'm planning on doing a couple of blog posts on these skills as well. I'm getting distracted. Back to the game. But it's so much fun. And semantic kernel is really, really powerful if you know how to use it. Now the only thing I haven't figured out in AI GPT to do correctly is fine-tuning a model. I'm starting to grasp the difference between an embedding, which is what I did with the WebXR stuff in a quadrant database. It's just storing vectors, and it prevents an AI to go hallucinating. It's only using the facts. The problem is, it is only using the facts. So you get a very, very narrow result. And that's not what I want. I just want to give it a lot of data and say, okay, write me a blog post about something that's not in ChatGPT. And that's what I need fine-tuning for, but I haven't been able to get the fine-tuning to work right. But I will at some point. I want to do some fine-tuning on all my own code and blog posts about, say, Wonderland. I want to add the documentation about Wonderland. Everything I can find about my own code, my Wonderland projects, and documentation and stuff, I want to be able to add, and then just can create blog posts that are specific to Wonderland, but with a little bit of hallucinating, but stay close to the facts. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do at some point. We need to add more levels here. Or rooms, actually. I'm not sure about this. So in this room, wait, I have the same rooms. Oh, I lost my first room, but for some reason the formatting went. Oh, we can't put this on one line. I don't want this on one line. I want to see the room. Okay, so we have this one. No, these are the same. We need to fix that. But I think if we just do this. Now this corridor will be a bit, this corner will be a bit weird. So maybe we should ask at the north exit there. And that's weird. Need to add a floor. No, it's. I think it's my thing. Getting derailed during streams. How is the audio quality at the moment? Since we're just talking about stuff anyway. I've been having some issues with audio quality a few streams ago, where my microphone just wasn't doing what it should. I think we might be able to just do this. That might be fun. I'm going to remove this. Let's go save. Audio quality is perfect. Nice. And the music, is the music not too loud or too soft? I've been listening back to the streams, of course, but yeah, I'm still using I forgot the name of the mic now. I was going to say the name of the mic, but I forgot it. It's the And I'm sitting in the dark. You can't read the label on the mic. Anyway, I want to buy a new mic. The Shure mic thing. But I need to have a new audio thing as well, so... I've promised myself if I get to 1,000 followers, that will be my reward for getting there. Okay, we have 3 rooms now. Let's check. Wonderland should already have done its thing. And it doesn't really matter where we go. We just go south and then we see where we are. So this is the one we already had. We go south. This is the one we already had. We get to this one again. Okay. Ah, the new room. Is this okay? So if there's a door, the door will be, I think, in here. I'm not sure about this wall. Maybe the wall should go. Or we should close it off. I think that might be best if we just close it off. Oh, wait. Period. Yeah, if the music is not too... I'm more afraid that the music is too loud. I can put it up a little bit. The problem is I don't hear the volume. I can hear the music, but I don't hear the volume at the same volume as the stream is listening to it. So for me, it's pretty loud. But I want to have the music pretty loud, so I keep my volume up. I don't have treasures yet. So what I'm thinking... and then we get into details. Let's just go into the idea of the game. It should be in here. So we have properties. So there are just things lying around. Pickaxes, shovels, they're useless. Maybe some weapons that can make you a little bit stronger. Or things you might be able to sell and then have some economy. I'm not sure. Yeah, just... I'm afraid that if I'm thinking for a second, the stream will be quiet. That's why I put the music on, so it's not... It's obvious that the stream isn't stuck or something. These are just random props that are lying around. It's not what I meant to say. We have enemies, traps, some assets. I thought I wrote it down. The whole idea. Yeah, so we have a combat system. Levels are procedurally generated. We have a combat system, so you use hammers or axes. Well, or swords. A weapon to just hit the player. Now, I found a really cool asset pack that has 1 million different weapons, so that might just work already as a weapon system. And just have random weapons lying around at a certain level, and you can upgrade them to get better. You can mine, so there will be ores lying in the rooms as well. You mine them, and then at the treasure rooms maybe, or at the end rooms, or at the start, you will be able to upgrade your weapons. And then they will be better against enemies. Enemies will get stronger the further you go into the game. There are artifacts. I don't have real ideas for the artifacts and how it would benefit the game, but it will be something that can be collected. Maybe you get extra bonus points when you reach the end. There will be traps and permadeath. That's the one thing. I think it will be fun. If you die, you need to restart the game, a new random level. If you die, I just delete your save game and you're done. Other than the real roguelikes, the game won't be turn-based. I've done turn-based in VR once. My very first game was turn-based, and it's tough. It doesn't play well in VR, turn-based. Although technically I could do it if you can only teleport one, but I want to keep the rooms kind of small, so it might even work if you just walk around a little bit. And then it doesn't make any sense if you can if it's turn-based, then you need to step on the next tile or something, and then your turn is over. I don't know. Turn-based, I don't think turn-based will work well in this setting. Snap to rotate we have a sword in the right controller, we have a shield in the left controller. Those will change. And we're going to teleport. I wrote it down as 1 or 2 tiles around you. I think it will be 1. Just 1 room, 1 tile. So you have to teleport a couple of times to go through the room. There will be enemies. There will be NPCs, probably. The pixel art. I don't have thoughts about the audio yet, but we'll figure something out. I think we're in the production stage now. So we're on schedule. Wonderland Engine stuff. All the different rooms. Yeah, this is with the help of Rosie. Give me 10 different rooms and make a description. Something like that. I'm using the Kesho Tenketsu technique. It's a Japanese thing. I wrote a blog post about it when I was learning and reading about it. I thought this is how you should build a game. It's how Mario is built, and I really like it. And I want to try to follow it, so I made a description about how I can implement it and go out, use it throughout the dungeon. So the first part will be easy, and then throughout the game you will learn. So certain levels will not appear until you progress in the game and have learned about how to fight or how to do things. We have a couple of enemies, the rats and the bats you already saw, but there will be other ones and maybe new ones. We have traps, tripwire, pressure plates, pits, just broken tiles or something. Pendulums will be fun. So you need to teleport twice to go past a pendulum or something. It almost starts like being kind of Indiana Jones type game. Do I have RSS? I don't know. Yeah, I've been writing a lot of blog posts lately. Well, I did a game jam last week, and I wrote a blog post every day, and I was working on other blog posts, so and a game jam. Yeah, I had some bonus time last week. I wrote a lot, and I've got 3, 4, 5 blog posts pretty much down already. So I've been looking at some assets to buy or to use. I think this last one was one of the greatest to use. I think this was the one I was talking about. Oh no, this is only ores. Was it the free one? Oh, it's also ores. Ores is the difficult one. This one is free, partly. They have some not free stuff as well. But I really like those. And then we have weapons. I mean, if we can have customizable weapons or upgradable weapons in one direction, and then with ores you can. I mean, this sword might be better than this sword, and you can upgrade it, so this sword is a little bit better than this sword. But maybe this sword is equal to the best one with the right ores. I don't know, something like that. These look really nice, and this one is also pretty cool. Just a whole range of weapons. I mean, this is insane, the amount of weapons. And if you can just find these, and then if you can make it so, then I need to create different variations of them, so you can upgrade them throughout your game. But if we can use this set as a start. Oh, they're already there. I mean, the golden ones, the brass ones. Now, they might not all be usable in the game, but... Yeah, and then we have armor. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to wear armor, but if we want, we can just do that as well. And I'm going to buy these. This is, if it's benefiting the game, I don't mind buying it for $10. I support another creator, and that's fine with me. And this could be artifacts, and this would be completely fitting the game. This could be artifacts that would be found in these Iron Hill Mountains. And there's chests and stuff. I think I downloaded the chest already before, but... So I was just thinking of adding chests like these throughout. And just the 2D versions. They're just a 2D chest. And this could be maybe sitting there or just rotating. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them 3D. But this will be just chest. And maybe there's a loot table or something per type of chest. And it's a simple, and it's a small, medium, large, and wood reinforced, or wood simple, better, best. I don't know. This will generate. Then we have all kinds of different chests and tiers, and you can just fill them with a loot table with stuff. And that might keep the game completely interesting. Restore your health or potions, and we can make this into a real game. I think it has potential. Now this is already working. While I'm talking, I'm thinking of what I should do next. Maybe we should see if we can add variation. So this is a weird one. I clicked just randomly in the screen and I moved to a different room. But that's not a bug I'm going to fix. And by the way, the reason this is all like yellowish and stuff is that it's there is a yellow light here. There are 4 possible lights, and if we have a room with only 1 light, like this one, there will be 1 light and the rest will be turned off. And in this case, there are 2 lights, then 2 lights will be turned on. I might, and I think, I'm going to create different color lights as well. Because I think, if, for example, the lights will be in a certain type of room. Say we have a crystal room with a lot of bluish tints. I'm going to just change the light color to blue in that room. That might work. And then everything will have that bluish tint. At first I had a white light as well. Let's say I do this white. I make one... Oh, that's not white. If I make one white, you can probably see the difference. So this is the white light. And it's just dull and boring. I think if, for example, we create a crystal room and we make it like real, well, maybe even purplish. So yeah, this if this would be the color of the crystals, we can just go and have the crystal room be more like this. Now this is, the walls are not and the floor is not made for it. But if it's blue and white and shiny and... It's probably going to work really well. But for now I like the... It's going to copy the color back. Now I wonder if we are... What? Let's just save this for now. Edit randomization in normal, or in rooms actually. I wonder what will happen if we enter a different room. The end room. This is start, right? Let's make sure we go south. I think it's called digit. Digit. So south is 1. So if we go south... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, we should have the end room. 1, 2, 3. I cannot move anymore. See, I was too fast, probably. So if the fade's not over, the moving does not work. Now, normally there will be time between fades. You won't be able to go from this door to that door directly. There's too much distance. You have to teleport 5 times. So we're at the start. Now we need to go east. So 1, 2. Let's do 3. Now the next room will be the end room. So there's only one entrance, but it's just rendering a normal room. Is it defaulting to a normal room? Now it could be that in my maze generator, I'm just using normal rooms always, except for the start. So every 10 is a treasure. Is the farthest room is distance. It doesn't change the room type, I think. That's interesting. Because it just says is entrance. Yeah. So now we have all the rooms. Let's hope. Oh no. Let's reroll. That's not even better. I want the end room to be close. Oh, we can do this. We can go south with 1. And then we go 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to add the exit room and we could probably get an error. Yes. Nice. No template found for room type exit. So we need a room type exit. Now eventually this will be a very, very, very nice and big room, but I'm just going to create a big square room now. With a north and a west in one corner. Oh, only one north. And I'm going to remove everything else. Except one. We do one there. And then we do something like this in east. And then we do the same, say like this. So we have 2 doors on one side, 2 doors on the other side. Just because we need to be able to enter the room from every direction. And now it's just a big square room with 4 lights. And then we might do a theme or something. There won't be enemies in here. Now this will be a different type of room eventually, but can be rotated. False. And then we need to have 2 treasure rooms. And I think I'm going to use the same room for now. But it's just going to do treasure. Oh. Room. Cannot be rotated. It will be. This one will be 3 tall. This one will be 4 tall. Let's add a couple of things in the treasure room. So you enter either there. I'm just going to do a wall like this and a wall like this. Just so we can see the difference. And this is a treasure room. Now let's hope we get an easy one. I think we can do this. So we need to go east. Another east. Another east. Now we go south and now we have a treasure room. I was too fast. Damn it. Let's go east. And then south. Now we have a treasure room. Yes. So the treasure room was the one with 2 walls. It happens to be an end room, so there's only 1 door. Now, this is probably going to change by quite a lot. I don't like the doors like this. Doors will probably be a model or something better looking than just a few stripes. As you can see in the here, this is the thing that came with the texture pack. Now the difficulty is that this needs to go around the door, but we can do that. We can just say, well, if we have a door, then the tile next to it should be dead in that texture, or dead in that object, dead in that tile. If it's above a door, it should be that tile. So we can just create something like that. If it's in a corner, this tile should be like that tile. I don't know. We can create a million different rules for that. But it works. Okay, now we go to the south. We're here. We go to the south again. 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 We go to the south again, and we should be in the treasure room. That's correct. We go to the south again. And now we go to the west, and we're in the end room. Nice. This is the end room. It's too small. Yeah, and this will be special with something that we have really reached the end, find the treasure, know about the shattering event. Maybe there will be an end boss we need to fight. Oh, but at least we have rooms now. So we created templates for treasure room, treasure and rooms. Well, at least it's something. Okay, so this is done. I kind of want to do this one. Let me show you what I mean by that. If we go to the level blocks here, and for example, we pick door. This is the door. Let's go up. It might be hard to see. Let me hide these. This is the door. Now the door is the same on all sides. But the collision object is only at the bottom part here. So when we show these, and to get it onto the object, it needs to be too high, 1 meter, or one, which is actually 2 meters. It's weird. Yeah, but it needs to be the whole door, otherwise it doesn't work. As cursor target. But this is a tricky one, because the cursor target is dependent on the collision, and the script that is doing the door stuff is not on this. So yeah, this is a tricky one. And I'm placing the door at this location. So this is tough. For these, I might get away with just a child object with the collision. Doesn't really matter. But the doors is tricky. Although we could do just a collision object with a cursor target. But then we need to make sure that the script we're adding is also going to be on that object. The difficulty with that is in the room renderer we have this piece. Where is it? Right here. This sets up a door. If the door already has a component, so I'm using a I'm creating the objects up front. So Wonderland is really fast. But it's not really fast in creating new objects. And I want it to stay really fast. So I'm creating the objects up front. So this new object that is passed to the setup door here, that's done by create tile. And create tile is actually doing my clone object thing. And this is a mess still. And I haven't figured out a better way of doing this. But it's just cloning an object and then setting up all the properties on a couple of components again. The door component is not in here because this is actually in my own library, as in Sorskoot Wonderland components, and not in this project because I use this every time. So these specific object properties I need to check and add if necessary, and that's what I do with the setup door thing. Because I'm reusing things, it could be that the object already has that component, otherwise it's just inactive. So I end up eventually with everything being a door, but it will be hell with child objects. Because the door component won't be on the object itself, it will be on a child of the object. Or I need to do something tricky. And bind the two together. So it's either moving this to another object and then resetting up the collision object. I need to pick the collision object from a child. It needs to be, well, it will be cloned, but then every object will have a child. The same with these ones. Every object that I clone will have a child, and it works. I mean, the door just works. This has a child. The second mesh is a child of the first one. It doesn't have to be. I can just add the mesh to the first one, or have a big mesh, or that's probably what I will end up with. But then the pivot will be here as well. So if this will be twice as high, I need to have the collision box get to the other end. And to get that to work, I need to set this to 2. But it's 2 on the ground as well. Now this doesn't matter because it's on the ground, but well, we can even let this be for now. Yeah, so this sucks. I haven't figured out a good way of doing this with the collision boxes. Yeah, I'm not going to fix it today. It works. I think this actually fixes a bug, but I'm not going to do it right now. We're not fixing it. What else do we have on the list? Oh, I kind of need to fix this as well. But I was thinking about streaming for an hour. We're already over time. I want to do something constructive in this stream. What will happen if you reach the end of the level? I don't know. I was planning on fixing or adding a couple of more rooms, and we did that. We have an end room, we have a treasure room. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the stream at this for today. I haven't figured out what to do next. So, it will be messing around with stuff anyway. I don't know when I'm streaming again. I'm trying to get back into my regular streaming schedule of Mondays and Thursdays again, with an occasional extra stream, but I don't know. Right now everything is just crazy right here, and if I have a chance of streaming, I probably will. So If you like this red, make sure to subscribe. David, thank you so much for hanging out again. It's nice talking to you again. Remind me that we need to set up just a regular call just to speak to each other again. We need to do that. Let me. I need to remember that doing that. We'll get in touch. That will be fun. Yes, I think that's it for today. Just like and subscribe. That's what you're supposed to say at the end of a video. And I will talk to you again pretty soon. Bye bye. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.